Yay! Yeah! Welcome to a Shaft Show, and today we're going to be doing a sex magic ritual. Or are we? So please introduce yourself, babes.
I'm Kirsti Kuosmanen, love Kirsti,
Oh.
and I'm a Tantra teacher, coach, psychotherapist, actress, author.
What don't you do?
Well, yeah, I'm a shapeshifter.
That's what I asked her. I was asking her. The lens is usually there, but it's there now. Okay. And if I flip it, it will flip automatically. Orientation is locked. Okay, sorry, YouTube.
Okay, we have...
Luckily, life and being a human, we're adaptation machines. So I'll adapt to there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll shapeshift.
You're so good at it. So what are we doing here today?
I think we are at least going to talk about sex magic.
At least.
Then
Are we? Watch this video till the end, smash up that like, subscribe to the channel, and check out the links below once I've uploaded the links below. Because we've got a lot of free giveaways and a lot of amazing wisdom coming at you in the links provided once I upload it. Okay, so, babes, I want to give you a little story about sex magic. When I found out about Tantra, I didn't give a shit about eye gazing or conscious touch or anything. I just heard about sex magic and I was like, I want that! What did you say? You could hold an asana for 2 hours to open up your heart for 1 year and then you'll open up your heart, or you could have sex in the anahata and bring your awareness to your heart, surrounded by a circle of green gemstones, and everything's green, the color of the Anahata chakra. That's probably why Gauli has green everywhere. And you basically set the intention to open up your heart, and you could achieve heart-opening things in 10 minutes. I was like, oh, shortcut. So I found a shortcut, and I'm all about shortcuts. And I eventually, at the age of 35, retired. I know. I retired from my advertising career, 6-figure salary as an art director, making pretty pictures for people like Coca-Cola, Mercedes, Nokia, Samsung, like all the big brands. I was at the highest level. Then I retired. Then I found Tantra. And the rest is digital history. So what does sexual energy mean to you?
It is a life force energy, and basically it means everything, because that's the creative energy in us, and to use that for healing, for manifestation, for pleasure. I mean, that's life. That's the life I want to live.
Babes, I want you more in my life. So I always describe it to my students and my devotees when they come to my workshops and retreats. I say, has anyone seen Star Wars? And I talk about the Force. And the film adaptation of Mulan, they talk about Chi, and if you lie, it blocks your Chi. And there's a cartoon called The Last Airbender, and if you YouTube search Chakras Last Airbender, there's a 10-minute video about all the chakras and how to unlock your sexual energy.
Oh, I've seen that. It's really good.
It's really good. So it's everywhere. And we just use the term sexual energy. And now one of my friends, Open Up Your Machine, his name's The Cam Fraser. He's doing a lot of great penis stuff. He described it really well. He says, what is sexual energy? Imagine you're working out at the gym and you meet eyes with someone who you find attractive. They flash a smile and you get that little burst of energy to run a bit faster or lift a bit stronger. That burst is your sexual energy. It comes from you. And I thought, wow, that's actually a really good description of it. And I noticed, like, when I'm walking along the street and a beautiful woman smiles at me, sometimes does happen. Not in Sweden, but here it did. Yes, it happened yesterday, and my heart was like, oh, that's nice. So it's kind of like that. That's your sexual energy.
And because there is a lot of playfulness in sexual
Yes.
energy, that's so important, and that is the sort of
So that leads us to the next question, which is, what is sex magic and what is the history and how can it help humanity?
Well, that is a big question.
It's a big question. There's three inside of that question.
Yeah.
What is sex magic, the history, and how can it help humanity?
Well, I don't know so much about the history, but I know that in a lot of traditions like Egypt, all over the world, they have used sex magic, and of course in the goddess temples in
Isis,
Far
love
East.
you.
And so yeah, that I know about the goddess temples history. But what is sex magic? I think it's a sort of conscious way of conducting and focusing your sexual energy, and to open your body, your mind and soul to the things that you want to bring into your life, and really become that magnetic that they just flow in. You don't have to do things.
It's so true. I noticed that when I discovered sex magic, it's basically, you could do it by yourself, you could do it with a partner. My favorite is two Shantis, one shaft. Also known as the Twin Goddess Awakening. You can check out what they are on sacredsexualawakening.com. Or in a group. I used to run these huge temples all around the world. Also known as conscious orgies. And every time at midnight, I used to put on the Lakshmi Ma mantra, which is 8 minutes. And it's Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha 108 times. And I get everyone to masturbate to that. And use that sexual energy to call in more abundance. And this is a very powerful ritual for a lot of people to overcome shame around just self-pleasure, to be okay surrounded by like 100 people giving themselves self-pleasure, and just witnessing and feeling and manifesting abundance. And abundance doesn't have to be money or Tesla. It could just be anything that you desire. It could be opening up a book that you find on the underground, and on page 26 on chapter 2 on the second paragraph there's a sentence that changes your life. All these mysterious symbols from the universe that helps you go more further and have more impact in life.
And at the same time, it's in a way very practical as well.
It really
that
is.
You somehow really decide and find out what you really want in life, and of course when and then you start creating it through your senses. That's how I do it, like really making it real for myself. And once we know what we want, then you start your brain starts to look around and scan for those things. Like for example, when I was pregnant, all of a sudden I just saw pregnant women all
everywhere
around.
yeah.
So that's how the brain works. So you have to be really clear and precise of what you want, and make it through your sense, make it alive through your senses, like really taste it, smell it, what it's like to be with that handsome guy or gal, and to feel how they touch you and so forth. That's like the first step for me. Then the other big important thing I feel is that you have to work with the obstacles.
Yes.
Because most of us are actually quite scared of getting
what they want.
Like the biggest things that we want. So there is parts in our psyche that are quite resistant and scared of those things. So at some point I feel, especially if you do it on your own, which I do a lot,
I will live forever.
You have to work, like moving those parts in you, embracing them, understanding that they've been there to protect you, but now it's time to let them know that it's safe to have, this magnificent love, or this huge business or whatever, like enlightenment or whatever you are after.
It's so true. Like when I discovered the history of sex magic rituals, it goes like the Vikings. They used to use it for fertility and wine festivals, and that's where they used to plant the seeds, especially the man's seed. So he goes to war, and during this orgy, sex magic ritual, fertility and wine festival, they would impregnate as many people as possible and their wives, and they would come back to reap the benefits of what they sowed in that ritual. And this is throughout history and throughout time where people have used sexual energy to manifest food and healthy crops and also families and connection. And the tantrikas in the temples, we figured it out. We just figured out if we use our sexual energy to manifest, it just happens a lot quicker. And when I got out of the goddess empowerment industry in Tantra and I started looking into other methods, Tony Robbins was talking about it. Emily Fletcher, who I love, and she does stuff for Mind Valley and her own meditation, she talks about it as well. Vishan, he also talks about it, the creator of Mind Valley. And Dr. Joe Dispenza, he puts the science behind the sex magic, but he doesn't talk about sex magic, he talks about head-heart coherence. So he says you have an idea, you put it on an emotional wave, and you send it out there, and things... Is it the reticular activator system? It's basically where you say, I'm pregnant, and you start seeing pregnant people. Pregnant people are always there, it's just important to your brain now. But I've hacked it. I've actually hacked it. So get this, and I'm going to tell you the results of what happened here for me in Helsinki. So, like I said, I retired at the age of 35. And a lot of people know who've been watching my channels. I make love 3 times a day to different women. Yeah. A lot of energy, a lot of magic, and that's how I reversed aging. And in my communities, there's all these sex witches that are praying for someone like me to turn up so they could do these sex magic rituals. Not every man is an awakened witch or a daka, so they would just not fully understand it. They just want to fuck. But it's sex with intention. Sex magic is not Pornhub sex. It's a form of I always say Tantra is a path of discipline, actually. It's a disciplined practice. So here are the results of the last 2 months. So the shaft train was full steam ahead for since August the 2nd. I left Sweden. And I've been doing solo sex magic rituals and partner sex magic rituals, and I've been wanting to have impact on the planet. Like, I'm a bit bored, I'm at the height of where I have been, and I want something new. A new mission, so to speak. And all of a sudden, a lot of stuff happened, amazing things happened, huge impact in Iceland, Estonia, Mykonos, and here. And then, boom, I had a day off. And I was like, fuck, what the hell have I done for since August the 2nd? And then boom, all my thoughts and like who am I, what am I doing came in, and I got depressed. And there was no friends, there's no one around, because I was like in intimacy connection every single day. And then I was numb, and I was like, fuck, I know this feeling. I haven't felt this feeling for such a long time. I think it's depression. And I was like living in the cupboard over there by myself, and I also realized that I stopped having sex for almost 2 days, and I was like, okay, right, I'm gonna set an intention to overcome because I didn't know what I wanted anymore, because I'm so driven and so focused, and I always get what I want because I know what I want. And that's a lot of issues for a lot of people. It's like, I don't know what I want. It's infinite. Start off small, work your way up, is what I say.
That's so true. People always know what they don't want.
Exactly, yeah.
But what is it that I want? Oh, I don't know.
I keep on attracting emotionally unavailable women. So what type of women do you want? I keep on attracting emotionally unavailable women. So what woman do you want? I keep on attracting, but they're all like got daddy issues and their shit. What do you actually want? Oh, I don't know. Tantric CEO women is what I want. So I set an intention to overcome my depression by making it very clear what I wanted. I wanted clarity and courage.
Interesting.
That was it. It's the opposite of what I was feeling. I was like lost. Am I meant to be in Helsinki? I was meant to go to Estonia and go to Mexico. Like, am I in the right place? What am I doing? So I had a sex magic ritual, and I called in clarity, and I called in courage. And during this time of depression, my dad was ill in Bangladesh. I just lost my job, and that job I got 50 grand for being an influencer, and that was really nice. And then I didn't have that safety anymore, so I was like, dad's sick, don't know what I'm doing, am I in the right place, like everything, bum, fuck. And then I got the clarity. And what I discovered was, okay, I'm gonna start a business here. I'm gonna make Shanti great again. And that led me to, it basically led me to, okay, I don't have a job anymore. So I need to downsize all of my equipment. So I've been carrying this huge amount of equipment around because I was a live streamer.
Actually, I met you in those days. You were a bit depressed, and we did a little bit just cuddling.
Just cuddling. And it was just, oh yes, you did! I remember! You juiced me up.
Yeah.
So this is the power of sexual energy. I was fucking depressed. I was sad. I was lost. And I see this super hot woman, and she's like, oh, like, you're doing these like facial expressions that I recognize. I could recognize people from body language. I was like, she's a juicy one. And she just juiced me up. And then I was like, oh. And it got me out of my my
this
state.
happened in 2 minutes.
2
just
minutes.
Hugging, like it doesn't need to be always sort of something, like 2 hours
Exactly.
ritual.
So what I realized was in Wim Hof, if you breathe for 90 seconds, it's good enough to do a cold shower, cold immersion for 90 seconds rather than 2 minutes or 2 hours or whatever. The 90 seconds is good enough. So if you're spiraling into depression and you're focusing your attention for 90 seconds on the problems, well, you can meet someone for about 2 minutes. They raise up your sexual energy. And I'm not spiraling anymore. I'm like spiraling up. I'm like feeling like I'm out of my head, in my body, feeling sexual energy from a random stranger. And then all of a sudden I shifted my energy because I'm not thinking about a thing. And then I thought, okay, that's nice. And then I did a sex magic ritual. And I was like, I can't focus on the problem, and I need to focus on the solutions, which is clarity and courage. And like my sex magic ritual starts for minimum an hour. So I was like focusing for minimum an hour on courage and clarity. And in the end, I overcame everything. So this led to the next thing, which was finding the Impossible MacBook Pro. This may sound really boring to everyone, but it's such a big problem. So the world's closing down. I need my freedom. I need to get somewhere in a quick amount of time. I got so much equipment, so I need to downsize and upgrade. And I didn't know what I wanted. So I needed a laptop. Specifically an Apple laptop. I was in London and they cost £5,000. And I needed a terabyte hard drive. That's why it cost so much. So I thought, shit, I might have to go to London to get a new laptop. I need to go and dump all this stuff. And then what happened was, I did a sex magic ritual, and I couldn't find anything anywhere. I was searching on Google. Every Finnish shop didn't have any secondhand laptops or anything. And lots of people were trying to help me. So I did a sex magic ritual. Then all of a sudden, with the intention to find a laptop, like it was such a big problem. And then that night, Christopher Wise, do you know him? He's a nice guy. He's been helping me out. And he said, what you need is a MacBook Pro, 2015 15-inch, 1 terabyte. I was like, that's what I want. That's what I want. Okay, now I know what I want. And then the next morning, have you seen Fantastical Fungi? It's a Netflix documentary.
No.
So basically the whole of existence is mapped out by the Masilia Network. Mushrooms connect everything. It's nature. And there was a beautiful Star Trek series called Star Trek Discovery who talk about the Masilia Network, and it's like connected through space and time, and you could go into the Masilia Network and connect to any part of space and time ever. So I, during the sex magic ritual, planted my consciousness into the Masilia Network, and I was tripping balls sober whilst making love, and I put out a beacon, boop, 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 for someone to show me where the right MacBook Pro 2015 1 terabyte hard drive is, and I saw like all of this mushroom energy, the Masilia Network basically going through me, and it was in the air, in the ground, and in space. And what happened was, that day, I went to the gym and met a guy and told him about how I overcame my depression through vagina. And he was like, "Oh, that's really interesting." And I worked out, but I worked out longer than normal because I was like doing a new practice. Like I usually only work out in the gym for 30 minutes. This was like 2 hours. And I came back and he randomly came at the same time in the same changing room. And I asked him, "What are you doing today?" He said, "I'm going to make some content." He's a YouTuber as well. And I said, "Yeah, I want to make some content, but I need a new laptop." He said, "Oh, there's a place in just around the corner where you could go." And I said, "Is it in real life? Like it's a shop, not a website where I can't speak to anyone or call customer service?" He said, "Yeah, it's like a real shop. You could go there. It's just there." I was like, it was you who I manifested. Not the show, it's you, because everything comes from humans. So I asked him, he told me, then I went to the shop, and the guy said, "We haven't got anything." "Oh no, hang on. We just got this in. It's a MacBook Pro 2015, 15-inch Retina, and we're about to install a 1 terabyte hard drive. You can pick it up on Friday." It's an impossible thing. It was literally impossible. So that happened, and then this led me on to my next purpose. So how can I get Tantra to the masses? It's something that I've been really wanting to do for a long time. I met a woman who works for the government and also works with the institutions. We came up with this: head, heart, and body, work-life balance. And I created this brand. Oh, it's there, isn't it? And that brand is what I ended up... Look how pretty it is. It's got like the infinity symbol, as above, so below, because of the Masilia Network. How could get Tantra to the masses? Well, don't call it Tantra and just call it head, heart, and body, because everyone's got head, heart, and body. And it's all about productivity in the workplace, so wellness in the workplace. So we developed a whole brand strategy on how to get this into the schools, the institutions, and also the corporations. So that's my new purpose.
But that's fantastic, because so many people have been thinking about it, like how to get Tantra to the workplace or masses, and so wow, I'm really happy that you are onto that.
Thank you very much. The team is forever expanding. Jump on board, babes. And then we did another sex magic ritual. Literally everything is coming from sex magic. All of the ideas and thoughts, it's been effortless, because whilst having sex, I see the logo. Whilst having sex, it's like, I had a mission coming here, and that was to do a TV show. A reality TV show. In 2017, I wrote a reality TV show at the peak of my existence as a tantric sex guru, where my first video reached 17 million views. New wave of Tantra happened. I was rich and successful and famous. Fame's so nice. You don't have to advertise anything or spam the internet. Everyone just comes to you. And then I had this idea to do a reality TV show for the group audience. I got ill. I only just recovered this year from giving too many yoni massages. It's very painful. It's terrible. Burnt out more giving yoni massages as a healer than I ever did as a drug addict and an alcoholic working in advertising for 20 years. Terrible. And I couldn't do this mission because I got really ill. And in the end, Goop actually released Sex, Love and Goop this year on Netflix. So someone else did it. And that's the thing about ideas. There's all these little ideas, babies, fairies going around. And if you don't make it happen, someone else will make it happen. And they did it. So after the sex magic ritual, I went to meet my friend Igor, who brought me here. And me and Jenny were walking around this little place, and I was telling him about my dreams and the TV show and why I came here. It's all in my vlog, actually. And he said, I bought equipment for Netflix level production. I was like, really? He said, yeah, I just bought it. I was like, should we do it? He said, yeah, let's do it. I was like, great, let's do it. I'll see you next week. So we shot it on Friday. Now, before we shot it, we had another sex magic ritual for ease and flow. So it would be effortless. And what happened was, it was effortless. The right people came in to be the contestants. The people would basically, we're just shooting what we do every day. It's pretty easy for us. But I've been organizing this in my brain since 2017. So I was directing it, I was setting up the frames and the shots. I had two amazing people, David Lopez and Igor, doing the production and everything. So these are intelligent guys. There's three really creative, high-level people. And then we shot a TV show in 2 days.
Magnificent.
Did it?
Magic.
Magic. And there's more. I'm doing this so I could remind myself about the level of synchronicities that have happened. There's two more things that happened around my health. So one of the things was I got ill. Oh, there's photographs. So this is the team. And you can see what happened on the day. Where on my vlog. It's so great. It's such a high level production.
There is a crisis on this earth. Is that how you want me to do it?
It was so good. Oh, so what happened was I got a little bit ill. And the sickness wasn't shifting, and I needed to not be ill. So I set an intention to boost my immune system. The next day, literally the next day, the sickness went, and I was ill for a little, already 5 days, 3 or 4, 5 days ill, and it's annoying, and it wasn't shifting, and it went.
I did that last night. I had a little illness and
there you go. And finally, the last thing that happened, and this is great. So I can't get into any of the gyms around here anymore, or a lot of the restaurants. So I was like, okay, my intention is to find someone who can help me develop a workout strategy so I could get super ripped. Also help me understand nutrition, because all I've been eating is buffets. Helsinki has the best buffets, it's insane. So I could work out at home somehow. So I set the intention whilst in the sex magic ritual, and all these sex magic rituals, I am making love. Just so you know, I'm having sex. And during this, I developed the SHANTI workout. Sexercise, you are my gym. And it's all about slow calisthenic movements, using your own body weight, especially the woman's body weight, isometric holds, having an erect penis, so it's like micro movements of the body, taking your awareness down to the hip movement, so I get abs. And also I developed a way to eat where my skin's been flawless, my nails is amazing, and my teeth are amazing, my hair's amazing, because I'm eating whatever I want. Like, I'm eating meat now, I'm eating ice cream, I'm just downing coffee. I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning. And what I've developed is, if I don't eat and eat at 3 o'clock, no, the buffet's closed at 3 o'clock, so I have to eat at 2:30. So I have 1 coffee, eat a huge buffet, minimum 3 plates, and then don't eat anything else. I can eat whatever I want, and that's it. And check this out. Ooh, you're in for a treat, babes. Here we go. Okay, sexy workout. Okay, here we go. Check this. I mean, it's not bad. I've done pretty well. It's like I don't work out. It's fantastic. I can't believe how ripped I am. And this was like constantly doing this exercise like for 4 days straight, like holding it, moving them around, and then holding them, and then pumping, and then throwing them around and stretching. So it was really it's something I developed.
And also intermediate fasting, that's what you are doing.
I'm basically fasting for 24 hours every single day.
Yeah. But nice. Ooh, anything else you wish to share about sex magic?
Well, it could help humanity. Everyone loves sex. On the NHS, the National Health Service in England, it says one of the like so many health benefits of beautiful sexual experiences with someone that you love. Sex isn't bum 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 finished after 2 minutes. It's something else. It can be a dance. Sex with intention is very powerful. Sex with connection and intimacy and vulnerability, and talking about before you have a sex magic ritual, what is your intention? What are your fears? What are your desires? What are your boundaries if you actually want to have sex? Or do you want to just do lingam yoni massage or energy play? Do you have any STIs? And what will this mean to you? Like 6 questions. It's called the rules of engagement. You know, we're going to do a live sex show performance, and and you can check me out on OnlyFans. People have actually said to OnlyFans. So yeah, there's 6 questions to create safety. You could either have a joint intention together or individual intentions. And there's many different structures you could do to create the sex magic ritual. I'd love to talk about, if we were to do a sex magic ritual, what structure would you like?
Tell me again. I've lost this space. Thinking about fantasizing.
Fantasizing, brilliant. Be present. It's gonna happen. I mean, it's not gonna happen. Who knows? Keep on watching till the end, everyone. Keep on watching till the end. So there can be 2 ways of doing this. So for...
I tried to concentrate.
What is the time? I'm at 1 o'clock. I got 1 or 2 hours. The buffet closes in 2 hours. So it can be 45 minutes. Someone gives and then you switch, and then you give and receive. So someone says their intention, or as I'm looking at the time now, we've only got an hour.
Oh, the buffet is waiting. Oh my god.
I gotta catch a flight, babes, shoot a documentary, and also...
Well, yeah, this is exciting. I just came from Portugal last night, and he's leaving tonight, so what will happen?
I know, and I literally...
this next hour?
And I literally changed everything to meet her today for this potential. Oh, what is this? Beam. Oh, that's fun. Oh, okay, let's leave it there maybe. Okay, great. So how would you like to structure the sex magic? Free flow? Or...
Yeah, I feel that, you know, the safety is really important always when you have sex, that you can really surrender and let go. So you really have to create a container of safety.
Yeah.
And especially for magic. So the intentions are really good. But I do like the free flow.
So different to what I do. So okay, great, full Shakti vibes.
But-
I'm in.
But in intentions, yes,
Yeah.
and all that. But then, yeah.
So, I love this filter. So I'm gonna actually do a screen grab for the beautiful thing. I'm going to do a little. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So, anything else you wish to add before we go and do something?
Well, maybe one thing that like I believe totally in sex magic, but it is not like an automat always that it just happens. I mean, of course, like we said, there can be some sort of inner resistances.
Yeah.
But I also feel that there's a soul path
Yeah.
that you have to learn certain lessons, and if it doesn't manifest immediately, there is something, a lesson that you have to learn, and it doesn't even have to be an inner blocking. It's something, I don't know, in your karma or something. And so, for example, I've been for a year manifesting a partner that could really inspire me. And it hasn't happened.
Hey! I changed my flights for you!
Well, maybe now it has happened, but until now.
I'm leaving. Nothing more attractive than a man about to leave.
Yeah, yes, I want him. But anyway, what I'm saying here is that I feel that actually I have learned so much about myself, during this year, like meeting guys and then realizing that, oh shit, again I would have fallen into my old patterns, if it had happened now. So I feel finally now I am ready, and I've got the power, and I can set up my boundaries and say what I want, and because I very easily falling in love, and then I just lose myself and my power, just adoring my shit.
Yes, this is what I want. I want devotion and worship.
And of course that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be that, but really falling in love usually brings up all your old shit, the basic stuff that you already thought you got rid of a long time ago.
I found out how to manage all of this stuff now. During a sex magic ritual, I started to practice non-attachment again, because my my attachment style used to be secure, like super secure. And I know this because I rang up all of my former lovers and said, what was my attachment style when we were together before I moved to Sweden? And they were like, it was secure, like really, really secure. You were really powerful. You even made us.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
That's rare to have secure.
Well, I used to teach this stuff. I was like a relationship guru. It was my favorite thing. And then I moved to Sweden, and I wanted a baby because, I was 39 back then and about to hit 40. And then it's like, what have I done with my life? I want children. And then I developed a needy attachment style because I really wanted a baby so much. And any woman that looked like the person that I wanted to have a baby with, I'd be like, please love me so we can make love and have a baby together and have a family. And it was a disaster. So I fried my nervous system for 2 years. And it's only this year, whilst doing a sex magic ritual to manifest the house of connection in Sweden, which is where I'm going to go to tonight. I said, after each ritual, we always say what gifts we want to take away with us. And I said, non-attachment, just randomly, because I was really attached to her. And what happened was, when I went home and went to bed, I lie down and my brain just filtered through the day, and it went to the point when I said non-attachment, and then the brain took me back to December 2019, and when I was living in a stuga at this tantric collective, I said, I don't want to practice non-attachment anymore. I want women to be attached to me so I can have a baby. So I took out that program from my brain, started practicing attachment, and I was the one getting attached to these emotionally unavailable women. So I was fucking myself up over and over again until I remembered what I forgot. From that day, I started practicing non-attachment, and it was okay, but then I actually got a girlfriend because I was practicing non-attachment because I didn't want a relationship anymore. And then I left, and then I got attached to someone else. I was still having this anxious, needy attachment style. In the end, I did a sex magic ritual purely for non-attachment. And ever since then, I've been having more sex, love, and intimacy than I could ever imagine. And amazing relationships with beautiful women who are actually devoted to me. So, on that note, let's have sex. No. I'm here. You've got me, babes. Oh, she's fallen in love. Great.
Rising in love.
Rising in love. No more attachment or neediness around wanting affection. I adore you and I love you.
I adore and I love you too.
I will worship the ground that you walk on, my queen.
My king, my warrior, my Jedi.
Oh, yes. My goddess, my golden
I adore you.
I adore you. Let's rule together in Helsinki. Beautiful. Well, I've drank 2 liters of water. I really need to pee, and the buffet's closing, so we're gonna sign off. I've got a few minutes for a sex magic ritual. we got time. An hour.
Well, let's see
Okay.
what happens.
So thank you very much for everybody watching. Let's get the whole world singing I love my life, I love my body, and I love myself. Any last words? Anything you want to say before we sign off?
Yeah, pleasure is such an important part of life, so why not give it to yourself and to your beloveds?
And if you want to know more, and if you want to know about the secrets to self-love, check out my course, The School of Self-Love. And the 4-week semen retention program is also available, where I've only sold 2 because men don't want to do this work. Really shit.
Well, we need more men.
I know, exactly. Else I just have to work non-stop and get burnt out again.
But semen retention doesn't sound so attractive to men.
It's not. Mantimistic.
But it is so important to really be in your power and to be a king.
Yeah. One day men will figure it out, and when you do, come and get me because I've mastered it. And I mean, I will be ejaculating for the 3rd time this year. Today is full moon. I said I'll do it only 3 times this year. Some lucky lady is gonna get all my oodras. Puss puss.